What if I told you that I sold a cookie jar for $200? I can't believe it either, but I sold this Los Angeles Raiders Tasmanian Devil cookie jar for $199.99. This is the Tasmanian Devil version. I was the only one on eBay with this one, which is why I listed it high, and I thought I listed it at a good price. I probably should have listed it a little bit higher, but it sold in less than 24 hours for full asking price. This is highly collectible. It's a cookie jar, but it's vintage. It's really sought after. The last one I saw was the Cowboys one that sold also for $200, so that's why I decided to list it at $200. And it sold. This is super highly collectible, especially because this is from the Los Angeles Raiders era. Since they're no longer there, a little bit more collectible, and this is going back to its home in LA. So be on the lookout for stuff like this. It's absolutely insane, and you can make some really good money. I got this at a yard sale for $7, and I flipped that $7 into $200. So it's pretty awesome. And because it's one of these fragile type items, I'm going to be showing you guys how to ship it out today. So you know how to ship out fragile type items like this, and you'll be able to make more money in 2025.
I had no idea how to ship this order, so I brainstormed for the entire Oscars. As soon as it ended, I got to work. This fragile ceramic Raiders cookie jar needed to get to the buyer safely, and I was determined to make that happen. I started with plastic wrap to hold the helmet together. I got a great tip on TikTok when I sold this to wrap each piece separately first, then use plastic wrap to keep it all together. Halfway through, I realized I could have used less plastic wrap if I had done that first, but at this point, I was all in, so I just added more to make sure it was sturdy. By the end, it felt like one solid piece, just like those ceramic pieces you see wrapped in stores. Next, it's time for bubble wrap. Lots of bubble wrap. I wrapped it 7 times using 4 feet per layer. That's 28 feet of bubble wrap. At this point, you're probably wondering, how much did the buyer even pay for shipping? Don't worry, we'll get to that later. My golden rule for shipping fragile items, wrap it until you can't even see what it is anymore. I went overboard with this one to make sure it arrived safely, even though it was going to LA and I'm in the San Francisco Bay Area. I had a piece of styrofoam packaging's bag type thing saved from a printer I bought, and this was the perfect time to use it. I wrapped it around the jar and taped it up for even more protection. For the box, I used a Home Chef box I got for free on Facebook Marketplace. It was a perfect fit but needed resizing, so I grabbed my box resizer tool, one of my favorite shipping hacks. This tool lets you score a line around the box, fold it over, and cut it down to size. I use it all the time for my reselling business. It's linked below if you want to check it out. Once I resized it, it was time for tape. Lots of tape. When I cut a box down, I always reinforce every new edge to make sure it stays sturdy during shipping. Since the box was 16 by 17 inches, I use the box in a bag method. I do this daily to save money on shipping. eBay's calculated shipping helps the buyer get the best rates, but let's see if Pirate Ship can help us save even more. This package weighs 6.2 pounds, so I rounded up to 7 pounds. Both eBay and Pirate Ship recommend rounding up for accurate rates. Let's compare prices. eBay's shipping cost $14.23, while Pirate Ship's shipping cost was $9.04, saving me $5.19. Of course, I went with Pirate Ship. That savings basically paid for all the bubble wrap I use. And that's how I safely shipped this fragile ceramic Raiders cookie jar. What do you think? Would you have done anything differently? Let me know in the comments. And if this helped in any way, don't forget to like and subscribe for more reselling and shipping tips. May your finds be rare and your flips be legendary.